Have you ever quoted your price and then immediately started thinking, you know exactly what I mean? You say the number and then you start explaining, you start justifying, and you starting adding bonuses like, oh my God, like my product's really good, like buy from me. You start saying things like, of course, there's no pressure, or totally flexible, or let me know what you're actually thinking. And then the prospect hasn't even said anything yet. That's right there is underselling. And I genuinely believe it's one of the most expensive habits women coaches have. That's really, really annoying. And before we go any further, I don't want you guys to take this personal, but this is what I've seen. I want you to know that I am not making this video based on some like book I read or some theory that I've learned online. Over the last few years, I've worked with loads of women coaches. I've worked with coaching companies, I've worked with consultants, I've worked with service providers, and have worked with enough sales teams to know. Listened to hundreds of sales calls and reviewed thousands of conversations. I've helped people sell offer ranging from a few $100s to several $1,000s. And what's interesting is that regarding of whatever the niche is, regarding of what the offer is, or regardless of whether someone is charging $500 to $8,000 to $10,000 to $15,000, I keep seeing the exact same pattern. And it's not the women do not know how to market. They're actually really good at it. It's not that they don't know how to create content. It's not that they are not talented. Of course not. No. In fact, most of the women I work with are incredibly good at what they actually do. The problem shows up the moment money enters the conversation. The moment they quote the price, the certainty disappears because we as women, we're not used to like talking about money, price, So the leadership completely disappears and they start negotiating against themselves before the prospect has even said the word. And the crazy thing is, most of them, they don't even realize that they're doing it. So let's talk about what underselling actually looks like. And I hope that helps you guys. Because to be honest, it doesn't always look obvious. Most of the time, it looks like a complete normal behavior. Like this is what you would do because you're literally thinking good for the other person, right? Which is exactly why it is so dangerous. It looks like saying, it's just $3,000. Why are we saying just? There's nothing just about your price. It looks like over-explaining every single thing included in your offer before the prospect has even reacted. It looks like saying, we can always work something out before they even asked. Or it looks like offering a discount before they have even objected. Or ending your proposal with, let me know what you think, instead of, would you like to move forward? Like you're so sure about this. And these things, they sound completely harmless, but they're not, because every single one of those phrases communicates uncertainty. And prospects can definitely feel uncertainty, especially in a B2B level. They definitely will, even when you're trying to hide it. I want to tell you something that I've never really talked about publicly. When I first started selling my own offers, even after everything that I've done in sales, even after making $27,000 in commission in a single month, I still struggled to say my own price. I could sell other people's offer all day long, but when it came to my own thing, something really felt different. And what would happen, that as soon as I'd get to the number, I could literally feel my chest like just tighten up. I'm like, oh my God. And because there's so much more responsibility, right? What if they think that it's too much? What if they say no? Like, what if they can find someone cheaper? What if they judge me? And because of that, I really felt uncomfortable. I started softening the pitch. I wrapped the price in so many words with bonuses, guarantees, that by the time I finally got to the number, even I sounded unsure. And I lost many deals because of it. Not because my offer wasn't really valuable, not because the prospect was not really interested, but because the exact moment I needed to lead, I abandoned my own certainty. And prospects really feel that, especially business owners. They would know that every single time. And here's what nobody talks about when they tell women to charge your worth. Underselling is not a confidence problem. It is a conditioning problem. Most women have spent their entire lives being taught to make other people comfortable. Don't be too much, don't ask for too much, don't be intimidating, don't be difficult, don't make things awkward, be nice. At least this is what has happened to me, right? Be nice, be flexible, be understanding, and suddenly you're expected to confidently charge thousands of dollars for your expertise. Of course, that's uncomfortable. You're doing the exact opposite of what you've been told or taught your entire life. And if you grew up in a family where money was tight, or where spending a few $1,000s felt like a huge decision, that doesn't magically disappear because you start a business. It shows up, and it is going to show up in your voice. It is going to show up in your posture. It is going to show up in that extra words you add after you've talk about the price. It shows up when someone goes quiet and you immediately panic. And can I be brutally honest for a second? I've worked with coaches who had incredible offers, amazing transformation, amazing clients result, and they were struggling financially. And then I've seen coaches who honestly weren't as good, making significantly more money. And every time people assume it's marketing, they assume it's followers, they assume it's luck. But most of the time, it's literally sales. It's the conversion. Because expertise doesn't automatically create revenue. The ability to communicate value creates revenue. And if you're amazing at what you do, but you're uncomfortable talking about money, you're going to lose people who are worse than you. But they're better at selling. And that's the hard truth. But remember, it's one that completely changes your business. Now let's talk about what this is actually costing you. Because this is not just about confidence, this is about revenue. And let's say, for example, let's say that your offer is about $5,000. And every time somebody hesitates, you discount it to suddenly, a quick decision maker discount or whatever that you want to say to $3,500. And that's $1,500 gone, right? Per client. And now let's say you sign 8 clients per month. That's $12,000 gone every single month. And that's $144,000. That's quick math per year. Gone. Not because your offer wasn't worth it, not because your market couldn't afford it, not because you needed more leads, but because you got uncomfortable in a conversation. And honestly, that should bother you because a lot of coaches do not have a lead problem. They do not have a content problem. They don't have a marketing problem. They have a certainty problem. And I want to say something that might be uncomfortable. Dropping your price when someone hesitates, it's not empathy, it's fear. Real empathy is understanding that your client has a problem that's costing them far more than your price and holding firm on what it takes to solve it. Because when you discount without reason, you don't make the sale easier. You make the prospect trust you less. Now think about it. If you walked into, let's say, a doctor's office and before you even explained what was wrong, they immediately offered you a discount, would you feel more confident about that doctor? Or you'd wonder, why would he do that? So your price is literally a signal. It tells people how seriously to take the transformation. It tells people how seriously you take your work. And when you undercut your own price, you undercut your own authority. So let me give you 4 things you can do immediately to take care of this. Number 1, remove the word just from your vocabulary forever. Don't say it. It's just $5,000. Say the investment is $5,000. Then stop talking. The silence isn't awkward. Trust me, you don't need to rescue them from the silence. Not at all. Number 2, stop explaining before they object. This is such a common mistake. You say the price, then immediately start listing every feature, bonus call, module, workbook, recording, the benefits that they're going to get. Why? Because you're trying to literally justify your price. But all you're actually doing right now is communicating the uncertainty that you have. If they have questions, they will ask. Number 3, decide your price before the call, not during the call, before the call. Doesn't matter how good you think that you are in sales or in closing. If you're figuring out what to charge based on how much you like the person, how much money you think that they have, or how the conversation feels, you will always undercharge. So your price should be decided before the call starts, not during it. Number 4, stop treating it's too expensive as a rejection. Most of the time, it's not. Most of the time, it means I am scared, I'm uncertain, I'm not convinced that this is actually going to work for me. So instead of dropping your price, ask a better question. So you're going to say, I hear you. I understand where you're coming from. Can you answer me this one question honestly? Is it really the number itself, or is it the uncertainty that this is actually going to work out for you? And trust me that question changes everything, because now you're discussing the real objection, not the surface level objection. And I genuinely think that this is the biggest change that women coaches need to make, because sales is not about being aggressive or pushing people. Sales is about being clear or actually leading them to a decision, because it is not about convincing someone to buy something that they don't need. It is actually about helping someone make a decision about something that they already said that they wanted. You have to stop acting like your price is something to apologize for. You're not helping your clients by shrinking. You're not helping your clients by discounting out of fear. You're not helping your clients by avoiding the decision. Because the people who actually need your help don't need you to be smaller. They need you to lead. So if you're a woman coach watching this and you know you've been underselling yourself, I want you to stop making it that it means something about you. You're not weak. You're not bad at sales. You're not incapable. Nobody taught you how to hold the price. Nobody taught you how to handle objection. Nobody taught you how to lead a sales conversation. Because you're starting a business, you cannot be good at everything. Those are literally skills, and skills can always be learned. Once you learn them, everything changes. You stop selling from fear, you start selling from certainty. You stop hoping people to actually choose you, you start leading them towards a decision, and that's when your business starts to grow. And this is how the whole sales process works. This one part of the sales process. That's why I'm going to keep on making the video so that you understand how the whole sales process works. But this is a crucial part. And as I said, that when you learn this, your business would actually start to grow. Not when you get more followers, or not when your content gets prettier, not when your niche gets more specific. It happens when you learn how to confidently communicate the value that you already provide. So here's my challenge for you guys. The next time that you quote your price, don't say just, don't rush, don't over explain, don't offer a discount because someone has just paused. Say the number, hold the silence, lead the conversation, and watch what happens. It would change. And you have to make sure that the confidence is coming, within you. Because again, telling you again, your price is not the problem, your relationship with your prices. And when that changes, your business is going to change. And again, been there, done that. So I'm telling you from experience. So if this is something that actually resonated with you, drop a comment below and tell me, what's the situation where you find yourself that you're underselling yourself the most? Is it when you say the price, when someone objects, or when they ask for a discount, or when they go silent? I promise you, I read every single comment and I would try to help you out as much as I can. So I'm Kushi and this is Scale with Kushi, and I'll see you guys on the next video.